Thank you.
How's it feel?
Feels amazing. Feels amazing.
What's it like? You grew up spending some time in this ring.
Yeah.
What's it like to come back and be preparing for your first NHL game?
It's a little weird. Skating here when I was younger, kind of trying to put myself in like an NHL player situation or shoes and pretend to be them, and now to practice here and get ready for the game tomorrow, it's pretty surreal.
How many times did you go out on that ice and envision this moment as a kid?
Quite a bit. I think every time I was here, I'd want to skate and kind of get on that ice just because, the NHL has always been a dream of mine. And, to do that as a kid was pretty cool. And now tomorrow's going to be pretty cool as well.
Where does it rank? First overall, first NHL point, first NHL goal. Where do you think tomorrow might rank for you in terms of getting to do this in front of family and friends in this building in particular?
Yeah, I think it'll be special to have a bunch of my family and friends there, like you said. And it's tougher to kind of bring all those people down to my first game. So to be here and to have all my close family and friends there, it'll be really cool.
Speaking of family and friends, how many and who's going to be here?
I don't know exactly how many. I'd just be guessing, but all my family, cousins, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpa. I think everyone.
Is your brother in town?
Yeah.
Does anybody give you advice how to handle the home crowd? How to deal with so many people who watch the game?
It's not like. We just played in Edmonton and they had a sold-out crowd, so I don't think it's any different than that.
Is tomorrow night a night that you're going to be paying to play?
I'm spending some money for tickets.
Is the whole family, are you guys here for Christmas then? Were you sticking around after the game?
No. I don't know why, but my family decided to do Christmas down in the States, so.
How did playing at the North Shore Winter Club and spending all those years just help your development? It seemed like you moved there when you were pretty young, in that area. How did that help you, do you think, get to the stuff? Just having that freedom and that creativity and that opportunity to play at that place for so long.
Yeah, I think I've talked about it a couple times how special that place was to me when I was younger. It's a big reason why I am where I am. The availability of the ice and the opportunities that it gave us. I don't think there's many places like it. So, growing up is an amazing resource for me and all the other kids that grew up there.
And I think your dad said it wasn't planned that way, it just kind of happened that way, right? Where you just have to be in the neighborhood and there you go.
Yeah, I think that's kind of how most of those things happen. You're not really looking for it, but you kind of get someone looking over you and you get a good balance.
How much being in an environment?
Who were some of the coaches during your time at Macklin that sort of helped you along that you remember the most?
I have so many coaches that helped me. I'd be sitting here for a little bit too long if I named every single one of them. But all my coaches growing up, spring hockey, winter hockey. Even after when I left, I was fortunate enough to come along some very experienced and very talented coaches. So, I'd be sitting here for a little bit too long if I named out all of them.
Talk to us about your season so far. How are you feeling about your game, where it's at, and how things have gone thus far?
Yeah, it's like any other season. There's some ups and downs, mistakes, learning curves. But overall, I feel good. It kind of sucks right now. We haven't won too many games in the last couple games, but we've been there. We've been close enough where I think we should have won a couple of those games, but I think that's the nature of it. You're not going to win every game, and I think we're just going to keep trying to learn how to close out games, and especially when we have the lead, how to protect it and kind of shut some of those games out.
What have you learned about yourself as a player over the last few months here?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Hard
Yeah,
question.
that's a good question. I think just how to manage all these games, especially our schedule. We've had a pretty difficult schedule with the travel and kind of every other day. But it's been good. Like, I mean, I've had a lot of vets, and we have an amazing group of leaders in that room, and we have an awesome staff that helps us with that. So, but it is tough to kind of get up every second day and perform. But I mean, it's what you have to do.
Have you seen Aiden since you got in? Like, have you guys had a chance?
No, I'm going here right after this. So.
Do you like? Will there be some reminiscing? Like, what do you remember about, say, these hallways or being in the locker room? And give us an idea of some of the age, like around what age, sort of back when you and Aiden would have been sort of tearing through here.
When I was probably 8 till 11, 8 to 12. Yeah, me and Aiden would kind of hop on the rink and battle it out. But yeah, no, I mean, all those memories. Hanging out in the locker room and stuff like that. Those are memories that kind of stick with you, especially because we were big fans when we were younger.
Were there guys that were around then, the favorites that you talked to, or got, like as an 8-year-old looking up to these NHL players? Were there guys that stand out that you remember? Like
I mean,
the Twins and
I don't we'd kind of go into the family room and between periods or after the game and kind of peek your head out and try to see if you can see a guy or two. Remember, I saw Sid one time in the hallway, and me and my brother kind of freaking out. And we saw the Sedins walking by and stuff. But yeah, I mean, those are the memories that you kind of stick with you. And yeah.
when you're just starting your career, will this feel a little full circle, being here today and being back out there?
A little bit, yeah, for sure.
When was the last time you skated on this field? Like, maybe was it 11, 12 years old? Or something?
Oh, I have no idea. How
much did, when you mentioned you talked about family, just growing up in an environment with both parents are athletes, your older brother, just how did that shape your competitive nature, I guess, just being in that environment every day?
Yeah, my family, we're a very competitive family, and I mean, especially having an older brother, it helps. Having someone who's bigger and stronger than you to compete against and battle against, but no, I mean that's kind of how those things work. When you have someone to battle against, they always push you to be better, and yeah, it was. I mean, I was very fortunate to have them.
Was it tough to leave home at 12, 13 years old, or were you excited about maybe going to California and kind of starting the next chapter?
I was sad. I didn't want to leave. It's my hometown, and I mean, I was here my whole life, so making that move wasn't easy. But I mean, and then ever since then, I kind of didn't stay in one place for too long, so I kind of got used to it. But yeah, no, I remember I didn't really want to leave.
We all saw you on the Jumbotron in Game 7.
Yeah.
Different being back in this like on this side of it now. I guess that'll be the last. Is that the last time? I guess you get to do that.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, Sharks now.
Now I guess the question is, Aiden being a prospect for the Canucks, is there any chance he's going to have a Sharks jersey on tomorrow, or no chance at all?
I don't think that'd be very wise of him. I think he should just keep it neutral. He can't wear a Canucks jersey either. So
okay, he's just got to
with sweater.
Back to where you guys are. What's one of the things that you do when you learn how to win as a group is you develop a killer instinct, and sometimes that has to happen even early in the game, first period, not so much even in the third when you're trying to hold the lead. But in your experience, this is your first year in the league, but with all the other teams you've been with, how does a team develop killer instinct, and what's the most important part of it?
I mean, it can't really be said, or it's just got to come within the locker room, and it's got to be more of an understanding than telling guys to do it. Because I mean, you can't really you can say it all you want, and but once it clicks in our locker room, and once we kind of understand what it takes to win, that's when, I mean, you don't even have to really talk about it or kind of preach that kind of stuff. Like it comes within the locker room, and we know individually and collectively what we have to do to win a hockey game.
Now, you mentioned being starstruck by Sid as a kid. Was that who you sort of consciously modeled your game after growing up?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
And Coach was saying earlier that he sees some similarities in your drive and in your playing style a little bit too. I don't know if you've heard him compare you to Crosby or how it makes you feel.
That's a hefty comparison, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what to say to that.
I know you come back here in the summer, so how important is it for you to kind of give back, to the kids here, and just in general, just to be open to talking to the kids here and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, kind of goes back to when I was a kid. I know how much it meant to me when a guy came and talked to me or my team, and so yeah, definitely make a conscious effort to kind of give back to my community, and whether that's talking to kids or just being around the rink, just giving back to what helped me become the player and person I am.
Was it surreal, maybe the first time someone asked you for your autograph though around here? Like, I don't know how you were.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. I have no idea.
Yeah. But was it surreal though when that happened?
I mean, I don't really know how I felt because I don't really remember when it was. Yeah, I don't know.
After I was just going to ask, after such a almost charmed life growing up and then becoming first overall pick and all that, was there a moment of adversity that sticks out in your mind that you remember that you sort of battled through to get to where you are today?
Yeah. I mean, nobody's life's perfect, and everyone goes through things. So, as lucky as I was growing up, and as fortunate as I am, 100%. There are things that I've gone through, and things that have happened that I've had to kind of deal with. So, it's the funny thing. You don't really know what a person, like, that's saying that you don't really know what a person's going through behind closed doors. So, but yeah, I did have a very fortunate childhood.
When you were younger around here, and your dad was working around here, do you feel like you gained anything from watching the athletes that you work with, whether it's by osmosis or just seeing how hard the athletes work, or just any of that?
Yeah, I think I've answered that question a couple times. I mean, being around a professional athlete when you're so young, you have to pick up on that stuff. I mean, because they're your idols or you look up to them, so it's just kind of automatic that you try to copy what they do, even though you don't really understand why or what it does. But yeah, that work ethic and I think that drive, you see it, and you just try to copy it because they're one of your favorite players or something you look up to.
Can you put into words how much Vancouver means to you?
It's my hometown, so a lot.